Sebastian Huber is a luxury researcher. Joining me now. Sebastian, just explain, it seems like a bit of an anomaly what we're seeing in the luxury sector.
Well, yes, we see both a recovery to some extent, but not just as much as investors expected. So when we look at LVMH especially, I think there was bigger expectations and just some consensus now that there's a stable situation ahead of us, but not as promising as the previous years used to be. So that leaves investors with a worry towards the upcoming holiday season, which is the most important season for the luxury industry as it is.
So if we look across, I think it's the big four, Hermès, Kering, LVMH, Richemont, who's actually getting it right?
Well, I think there's very different groups to compare in regard to their exposure to different markets and different categories. LVMH is very diverse, both in geography and in its various segments, from jewelry to fashion to spirits, and therefore the picture is a bit more diverse, whereas Hermès maintained a very strong foothold in maintaining brand relevance, maintaining a very clear positioning with consumers all around the world, and therefore is gaining more from this rebound than LVMH, which may need to bring up to speed each of its categories, each of its divisions, and each of the markets one by one.
You also look at trends. Why is jewelry having a moment?
Well, in times of uncertainty, jewelry is seen as an investment and therefore has more appeal than fashion, which comes in faster cycles. Also, jewelry has a bigger share of high net worth and ultra high net worth consumers that usually spend pretty much independent on the current situation and circumstances. So it's both an investment and a slightly different clientele that attracts jewelry more than fashion. On the other hand, fashion can also cycle back much more quickly with the right design, the right brand desirability, and the right services around it. Some of the brands are prone to turn the ship around.
China and the US dominating this market. So how much do they differ in terms of what they want?
Very much. I think the China macroeconomics are different from the US, and also the role of local brands is quite different. So if we look again at LVMH, Tiffany being a US brand with a strong US clientele and good macroeconomics has benefited more in the recent quarters than some brands in China, where some of the consumer behavior is still lagging behind expectations, where also the recent price frenzy, especially in handbags, but also in some of the fashion items, has scared customers away, and they're more conscious about the value that they get from the luxury products that they purchase.
Well, thank you so much. Sebastian Huber is a luxury researcher.
Thank you.